Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are well. It is Christmas. No, it's not Christmas Eve. It is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. I think I'm rolling all of my days together. So I hope you guys are well. Today's video is going to be like the year end, just tying up some um, updates that came about that I did not talk about. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that and kind of just reflect on what has been happening um, in social media world. So before I do that, let me introduce myself. My name is Shakita Lee. I am a social media manager, consultant, the CEO of SL Media Consulting. And I help entrepreneurs, small business owners, making sure that their social media platforms perform well and lets people know that they actually have a business and what their business is. You'd be surprised when you look through someone's social media that you can't figure out who they are or what they do. So that is what I do. So let's get to the good stuff. Okay. So kind of craziness. The last video that I did was about right before the holiday, and it was kind of just talking about the update for Facebook that's going to be happening. They have beta testers. It has not been released yet. I noticed that there were a lot of people that were asking about it. There are a lot of people that don't have it, right? They've just released certain parts of it. And it's just so that your personal Facebook page can be converted to a creator page and you can be compensated for it. You have more options to do a variety of things. And it's really very similar to how Instagram is with the creator, very similar to how TikTok is the creator. Okay. So they've released it in certain areas and they've gotten beta testers. It has not been released to everyone just yet. So that's fairly new. And of course, you guys know that Instagram now has Reels, right? Which is a knockoff of TikTok. But there's still a lot of more people that are very, very, very active on TikTok. Clubhouse, for the most part, has in the social media kind of like box, basically. They've gone down. So before Clubhouse was like the best thing alive. Like people were chomping at the bit to get in. They were waiting for invites. You had to be invited. It was invite only. Then they opened it up to everybody. They've been making some really great updates to it. So there's some people that were very active on it before when it was invite only that have decided that they're not interested in it anymore. And there's some people that are still up there pretty active. I must say, when I first got up there, a lot of people that I was connected to and doing clubhouse rooms with, I don't even see them having a profile. They're not active. And I tend to just pop in probably a couple of times a week and listen in on some rooms and go up on stage. Very minimal. Um, so that's the update for Clubhouse. But yeah, so Facebook personal page and your business page, you guys have noticed the algorithm has been super crazy. If you post anything business on your personal page and you're not in the creator profile or what have you, your posts get minimal views, minimal likes. I'm talking about your personal Facebook page, not your business Facebook page, but your personal Facebook page. Now, your business page, it's like, unless you're doing lives weekly, the reach is not that great there either. They've made so many updates to the groups. What they're pushing is, paid ads and groups. That's what they're really, really pushing. This new update for creator profile on your personal page is fairly new. I guess once they really figure out how that's working, how they like that, then they'll decide whether they want to keep it or not. So that has been quite interesting. But I will tell you that we've had so many platforms like uh, Periscope is no more. Before Anchor was really, really, really popular. Anchor is still pretty good. Anchor is like a podcasting app that you can use on your phone or your computer. So you don't have to have like all of the equipment, the microphone and the pieces and all that other stuff. But they're still doing pretty well with Anchor because a lot of people have used Anchor because it's cost efficient. And they're able to get their podcasts out on various other platforms, Spotify, Apple, podcasts and all that other stuff. So that's still doing pretty well. But Periscope was one that I was like, no, I absolutely love Periscope. So I was sad to see that it went bye bye. But listen, I understand things change. Social media, like I always say, moves fast. So you either pay attention or you'll miss something because there's so many apps that are coming out that it is crazy. So let's get into this Instagram collab. So that's a new one, a new update, which probably is pretty active by now. But you can do Instagram collabs for a post or for a reel, and it sends the invitation to whoever you want to collab with. They accept it, and what happens is the content goes on your page and their page, whoever you're doing the collab with. So it shows on both accounts, and I think that's pretty good because what most people would do is if you're collabing with somebody, you would kind of just do like a repost or cut and paste, this exact same thing that the other person has so that it shows on your content. So this is pretty good with the IG collabs. I haven't had anyone that said anything bad about it just yet. But I have seen a couple of posts with IG collabs. So pretty nice. The other thing that I was noticing is that since IGTV is no more, that's another one that went bye bye. IGTV is no more. Like IGTV, you used to could take your like Facebook lives and upload it onto IGTV, and then have people that weren't on Facebook to be able to see what your Facebook live was about. But if you're using the Business Suite scheduler on Facebook through Facebook, it only allows you to upload about a minute of your video that you're going to pre-schedule or post on your page, on your IG page. It only allows up to 1 minute. And I think that really sucks. But I was wondering what would happen with videos. So yeah, you're going to have to cut your videos if you're trying to share anything on Instagram through and schedule it on your Business Suite scheduler. 1 minute. It doesn't get a lot. So you got to like really snip a good portion that you think your audience would need on IG. The other thing is the Facebook groups update. Now, I will be honest with you. I am in a lot of Facebook groups. I have 2 Facebook groups, but I have archived the Facebook groups. So I've been getting the notifications about the group updates, and I have been noticing for the groups that I'm admin of, I am getting notifications about what's changing and all this other stuff. So let me look at my notes because this is a big one. And I get it because a lot more people are using Facebook groups more than they're using, say, their business page, because a lot of people have coaching, workout groups, just everything because of the pandemic. People are home. So instead of you putting everything on your personal page or you try to, put things on your business page, if you have a paid group, it just makes more sense for you to have like a private group for your members to be able to see everything instead of you texting or emailing or calling each one individually. So in the group, the update is the color changes to the headers, buttons in the background. So I'm trying to think if I made any posts that I've seen. I've seen the color changes. The buttons, I don't think that I've noticed yet. But they have more admin tools. The crazy thing is, and I've gotten a couple of questions about this, is that if your group is public, right, people can respond. People on your Facebook personal page will see what you've posted. They can respond and see everything that's going on in the group because it's a public group. So if you make your public group private, then they won't be able to see it. But then there's other things that are going on where people can still make, if it's public, people can still make comments or what have you. They can just be all in your group looking around. It's like, oh, they made this seem like the door behind me is wide open. They made it seem like the groups are an open door. People could come in, they can look and see what they want to see. They could take something or give something and walk back out the door without being a member of your group. Like, how crazy is that? Right? You obviously created the group for community, right? But you kind of wanted to keep it public, but not necessarily have all of the riffraff in there. So now there are a lot of people that are taking their public groups to private. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. And also with the groups, the admin, they can put certain things as spam, like certain target words or certain words could be noted so that if someone wants to put something in a group or share a post or whatever, it could automatically be declined because of the alert that you may have set up for any word that they may share, to decline it. And you can also mute that post or mute that person that's trying to share that post for up to 24 hours or until you want to take them off. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I noticed it, and I on one of the groups that I'm an admin in, I'm like, well, I didn't post anything. And it was because I was admin, it was letting me know that this person posted something and their post was declined, like that. So I don't know. I think they were resharing like another person's Facebook Live or whatever, but it was just not accepted in the group. So Facebook groups are like, they're really trying to do something different and make sure that the sense of community, it stays on Facebook. Of course, they took away the job options as well. If you have any job openings, you used to could post it on Facebook. They took that option away. I guess a lot of people weren't really using it, to be honest with you. The other thing is the WhatsApp disappearing message. I don't know how people feel about that, but Instagram and your private message, they have disappearing messages that you can post as well, and it could disappear. So I guess because it's already in Instagram, that it was definitely soon coming to this to WhatsApp, and that definitely popped up in there. So there's so many things going on. Like, I could probably do a video for each individual thing that I've just talked about because of what's going on. So many things are changing. 2021 was a doozy. Let's see what's going to happen for 2022. If you guys remember, not that long ago, Facebook and Instagram was down for a while, like maybe 7 hours, a little under 7 hours. And that was kind of crazy because I'm very active on Twitter, and there were so many people that were on Twitter talking about Facebook being down. And it was just super crazy because you thought that it was your internet. People were restarting their internet. People were restarting their phone. People were logging out of their phone. People were just doing everything. And I'm like, And what I did was kind of just refresh my phone, kind of like just say, okay, well, maybe I'm bugging out. Let me close out my apps and open them back up. Did that. And it still was like, but I didn't realize it was like for almost 7 hours until later in the day. But yeah, people really, really weren't happy. And if you, one other thing too that I forgot to put a note up here, if you notice during this holiday season, um, there were a lot more paid ads that were coming through. So that part is doesn't seem to be a problem. So hopefully 2022 um, is good to us when it comes to social media. Hopefully we're able to grow and learn more on these platforms, and we'll just see how it goes. So that's it. I didn't want to do a long video. I kind of just wanted to give an update on a couple of the things that I saw, and kind of just talk about a couple of things that were like really game changers for us, um, you know, for the year end. So if I have anything further to say, what I would say is this: if you are not into reels, you might want to get on that and start experimenting and trying it, because reels is what's really working for Instagram right now. The reach is like crazy. And also try doing a lot more videos, whether you do videos on your personal page, on your Instagram live, whatever it may be. But those are the two things that I think you ought to, implement moving forward right now. So that's all that I have. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year. It's New Year's Eve here. But I will talk to you guys after the new year. Listen, if you guys have questions, make sure that you put any of your questions below. And if you are not following me on my YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe and follow. And I will see you guys after the new year.